You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. How we doing? How we doing? I want to come back and follow up on the Eric Armstead. I did a report as far as the disrespect. But that's not where I'm going here tonight. That's old news. Let's talk about some new news. I've kind of heard the comments of what people feel that Armstead and what his production. And you know, I'm a defensive guy. I ride with my defensive guys. That's what I'm going to do each and every time. And when you get to the defense, you know, you can't bring analytics over the defense and start talking about how many sacks a man had unless you know what position he's doing. And I told you he's a plug. He's a defensive tackle. Eric Armstead, you know, at the end of the day, commands double teams on each and every play. He never runs solo. So that's what the plug does. And, you know, if we really, really wanted to talk to something about something and really break something down, what we really should be talking about is Brock Purdy taking a team-friendly contract, okay? Because that's what started all this madness and before we get completely out of control. Because everybody that's supposed to get paid has trouble getting paid, okay? But now we're trying to go pay somebody that hasn't won a Super Bowl, okay? And let me just tell you, I mean, you could count the balls that Brandon Ayuk caught off his shoestrings, okay? But we ain't came to talk about. We came back to talk to you about. We're going to get into Eric Armstead. You know, the 49ers got a lot of distractions in the building. I mean, a building is supposed to be synergy, guys working together as a tandem, okay? And that's what defensive linemen do. That's why when you're bringing all these other free agents in and you guys are going, we got a more productive guy coming in. First of all, the defensive people that are on the Niners now don't even know what flavor of soda the guys drink. And I don't even know if they drink soda. They don't even know what kind of bag of chips the guys eat. Okay? That's going to take time, folks. That's going to take time. The guys, when you got a guy like Armstead who's been a blueprint, okay, you're going to take time for somebody else to step in and fill that role. Okay? And if you don't got nobody to fill that role, because I guarantee you when the pressure cooker comes on the line, and I'll tell you one play I remember just directly with Armstead, okay, is he took an offside penalty to give his team rest so we could have the number one seed. Okay, that's a man who's smart in the mind, understands this game. You're not going to get another guy to walk through the door with the mentality because the defense plays with the mentality. Now, offense, you can go analytics all day long. You can preach and teach. Okay, what should we do here? What should we do here? That ain't how defense works. Okay, and then you come in here with Staley. Okay, so here's the question I have, because I'm trying to say, why would we put Staley in the booth? Money Mike gonna call it like it is, because this is how we talk to Steve Wilkes. Why don't we put Staley and Kyle Shanahan on the same sideline? Because I'll tell you one thing in the NFL that I do in all my years covering the NFL, sideline ain't big enough for the both of them. Okay, and I can tell you right now, Staley coming in here, he's been a head coach in this league, okay? He ain't coming in here to be no assistant, okay? There's opportunity that's going to hit the table. And I'll tell you this, John Lynch and everybody else, you can say what you want, but Money Mike's a defensive guy. And when you're a defensive guy, these guys work in tandem. When you get a defensive line, a front four, okay, you have to understand, you're going to win a Super Bowl, that front four has to work in tandem. Now, here's what you had. You had a group of A-list guys, hard grade, okay? You got to understand, you got Hardgrave coming in there. You got Armstead coming in there. These are A-list guys, okay? And then you come in there with the big dog, and I told you about the two bookends. See, the people don't even understand. They say the word, but you don't understand what a bookend is. These guys got to work in tandem. Okay, and there ain't no way you're going to tell me these guys, this is not NFL Madden, folks. It's the NFL. And I'm going to tell you now, Seattle Seahawks have gotten better, okay? And I'm going to tell you now, LA Rams going to get better. And I'm going to tell you right now, Money Mike's going to tell you straight up, it's going to take the Niners a minute because none of these guys know each other. And there ain't no way, just like Dave Garrett came in there, the coach from Kansas City, man, he got them boys up in KC. Okay, they ain't worried about no cover zero. They can call cover zero anytime they want up there. You know why? Because them DBs are defensive guys. They lock in. That's their job. And if you had to ask them, they prefer to play man-to-man than to play zone. Okay, so this whole thing about what went down in San Francisco, man, it's a farce. Okay, because this don't make no sense because we in here talking about Armstead. Here's how the narrative comes out the building and how the media just shifts it around. But I'm part of the media, so I got to shift it back to the other side. That's what I'm going to do. We're coming here to talk about Armstead and all this money and what y'all talking about wanting to get paid. But Armstead didn't have nothing to do with the 49ers losing the Super Bowl. Okay? You have to understand that. Okay? You over there with Brandon Ayuk doing all that blocking. But here's what ain't nobody said, and we got to call it what it is because that's what Money Mike does. What about Christian McCaffrey fumbling that football? Okay? What about Christian McCaffrey fumbling that football? Okay? That happened time and time and time again. You don't have to come in there and say, them defensive guys came in there and saved them. Okay? But what we trying to do is shift the narrative away. That ain't why we lost the Super Bowl, folks. And you guys know me. I'm a diehard 49er fan. But don't come up in here and make up these false stories. Okay? We need to start being in realization and accept the fact why we lost the Super Bowl. Understand the guys we've lost. You're not going to replace Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn has played in the league.